Hello everyone and welcome to my video today. I'd like to show you how to use the Julie Hickey Designs die cut foilables. These are pretty new to Jcraft along with all the other Julie Hickey Designs range, but these are particularly great, fun to use, and you can get all sorts of different finishes with them. I'm going to show you a card that I've made, which is called a floating frame card. Now, this is the finished one of these. This was the first one I tried, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out. You can just see the beautiful foil there. So we've used the words. So this is, there's 3 new releases, and we're going to be using one of them and one of the older ones today. So the sentiments come from Assorted Sentiments 3, which give you all the bold sentiments. You've got lots of banners and things like that in them. And then we're going to be using one of the, using the daisies and more. But today we're going to be using the Beautiful, which is all about bees and honeycomb and sunflowers and pretty things like that. So this is the Beautiful one. Now, a little tip what I do with mine, because they've got lots of little pieces in them, and if you just keep them in the packets, you can't really see quite what they are. So I put them in little supermarket containers. I cut half of the label from the packet and stick it on the lid, and then they've all got numbers on them. So this one is 1005. So what I do on the bottom of the box, I will put number 5, just purely to stop me getting the wrong lid on the wrong box, which is quite helpful. I don't think the containers are the best. I probably need to use some better ones, but it was a bit of a trial thing and it works really well. So I will keep up with that. So I have one for each of the different die cuts. See, number 12, 10012. So let's get started. So I'm going to make a 5x7 card. So for the 5x7 card, you would have a 10x7 piece of cardstock, fold it in half. That's your 10x7, fold it in half, which gives you your 5x7. I've then done an embossed mat, which I've cut to 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I've used, for this one, I have used the 3D embossing folder from Spellbinders called Flower Frenzy. Now this is absolutely beautiful, and it works in with a lot of Julie's foilables and her stamps, and it just coordinates so well with them. You can see all the tiny little flowers in there, and a lot of the shapes are similar to Julie. So that was a bit of a fluke, but anyway, I've used that a couple of times over the last few days, and I just really like it. So that's the mat I've cut from that. And then I've got another piece here, which is 6.5 by 4.5. Now what you're going to do, we're going to cover this with foilables. So we'll just get an idea of where we want them all to go. Now this big sunflower here, I have actually cut it in half, just because it would be a bit of a waste kind of on there. You're going to lose half of it because it just doesn't fit, but you can cut things in half really easily. So then you just roughly kind of place them where you think you'd want them to go, and just play around with them a little bit. So that one I would turn upside down there. We might have a bit of honeycomb on them. Cut them in half, just gives it a bit more interest. and just fill in there. I'm just going to pop the laminator on to warm up while we do this. There's some little hearts, and there's some all sorts of different flowers. You could even put some words in if you wanted. And it's just play around with them till you get them where you want them to be. Again, the other one was an odd half of one that I didn't quite use all of it in the last card that I made. So that might go there like that. You can even cut them into quarters, which feels a bit mean, but it works. So we might have that one going along that way. Bring this one in maybe up here. Just move them around. Just have that one. Oh, I think it's better in a corner, isn't it? Where's my tweezers? Move that one around. We might have that one on a bit more of an angle. Then that one fits in the corner there quite well like that. So obviously the bigger flower pieces you use, the quicker it fills in. So there's just so many little pieces in here. Look at all the beautiful little bees. Just absolutely stunning. And have them on all different angles. Just gives a bit more interest as well that way. Anyway, that's sort of the gist of it. When you've got them where you're happy with them, there's another one. That one's really quite cute to use. And some little flowers. Where's the little flowers? Where are you hiding? Come out. Come out. And the little ones all sink to the bottom. Ah, here we are. They're already out. There. So when you've sort of filled that randomly, just take your pieces off, and we're going to foil some. So I'm using Wow Fab Foil. They come in about 17, 18 different colors. There's a meter in each pack by 10 centimeters. I'm going to use the glitter gold today, which is like a holographic one, which is just perfect for this particular theme that we're doing. Now I have used quite a bit of this one, so I'm just about at the end of this packet. That's all right. My laminator has heated up. So this laminator is just, I think it was $21 from Officeworks, so no big cost there, just a cheap laminator. I believe Kmart have got them similar prices. Right, so we'll just put these in between a piece of photocopier paper and just put them here so that you can fit them in your piece of foil. Lots of little ones. I have got some that I've already prepared, so I don't need to do too many on here. Might have another bee, and we might do this one here too. That should just about fit the strip of foil that I've got handy. Now I would cut that down to size a little bit more, I think. I have found that a big pair of scissors works well with the foil. You're just doing bigger cuts. Just lay that over so you would have your foil with the coloured side facing you, and put it in between your copy paper. Now when you put it through your laminator, always make sure that your folded edge goes in first. If you put it in with these at the edge, they could catch and all sorts of things can happen. So always put it folded edge in first. Now we're just going to let that run through. Nice and easy. And you never quite know what you're going to get with these floating frame cards because they're all going to be different. They're all in different positions, and so I'll just pop them to one side. If you like, if you get them exactly where you want them and you think, I don't want to change that, take a photo on your phone so that when you've got them out of the laminator, you know exactly where you want them to go back again. But I usually just vary it around a little bit. So I'm going to turn this off now because it does have a little bit of a background noise to it. Now for the big reveal. Look how stunning these are. Aren't they just beautiful? That glitter gold is amazing. And the honeycomb, wow, almost good enough to eat. Little flowers. Stunning. That's it. Okay, so we'll pop that to one side, and what we're going to do now, we're going to color them in. And for this I have just got I've got some of the Elements ink in Sundance and some Distress Oxide Spice Marmalade. Doesn't matter about the inks, just purely because that's the colors I wanted to use. So that's what I went for. Now on my craft mat here, I have already, I'll just put a little bit more on. There we go. That's all you need. Not too much at all. And a bit of the spiced marmalade. There we go. And just with a water brush marker pen, I'm just gonna quickly color in. Now it is so quick, you're just really filling in a few gaps, and because we foiled first, it does resist. I did some earlier and I actually forgot to foil first, and I was happily coloring away. I thought, oh my goodness me, now I've wrecked it. But it did actually still foil when it was dry after I'd colored them in. So don't worry if you get it the wrong way around, you will be fine. Now these foilables are on a really good cardstock, and they do hold, they are quite absorbent. So don't be frightened. You wouldn't want to saturate them, but don't be frightened of a bit of moisture on them. They handle it really well. So we're just colouring in nicely. Doesn't matter if you go out of the lines, that's not a problem. I'm no colourer, but this I can do. I might just do the honeycomb. I think I'll just leave as it is because that's quite nice. We might do a little heart, and then I might just leave some of the heart white. Just colour in the little flowers. Just like that. Pick up a bit of orange and just bring a bit more detail. Just flick a little bit of orange here. And it dries quite well, so it's quite forgiving. But it just gives it a bit more depth by adding another little colour into it. And I might just put some little dots in here every now and again, just to fill in. Okay, so that's how these work. Then what we'll do is, I've got some that I've already started. So this is a one that I started earlier just to get ahead a little bit, so that I didn't bore you all too much with the process, but it is really quite quick. I haven't seen this card made yet. This is a first timer, so You can have a look at the big reveal when we get to the end and see what you think. Here's some more that I got ready. Now, once I've coloured them, I just put a little bit of foam tape on the back. And then we'll go and how cute are these bees? And we'll just finish off. I'll put some on here. And we should have enough. If we haven't, we can always go along and just do a couple more. It's really quick. And a little bit on the honeycomb. All right, let's pick them up. I think I might need my tweezers. It might be a bit better. My nails are getting a bit long. Okay, so let's fill in the gaps. Take off the backing. And I think I want this one to go in that corner, and then we've kind of got opposites. Put them over the edge a little bit. You can trim them off when you're finished. Just gives it a little bit more interest. I think we need something else, kind of like a decent size going in there. That one there, I think. Now, hopefully I've done enough. If not, I'll just have to do some more. You can see the shine just popping through. It's just absolutely stunning. I hope you can catch it on the camera. I think these little hearts, they're just gorgeous. So many possibilities. Okay, that one fits in there nicely. Let's have another little bee. Right, well, we pop him. We might have him different angle to the other one. And then I think we are going to need a couple more. Just didn't quite get enough in there. All right, so here's some more. Where's my brush? Just really quickly fill them in to show you. I would normally be a little bit more precise with this. You could use watercolor pencils, lots of different mediums you can use. In the next video, I will show you what I've done with some pixie powders. So the pixie powders with all the mica in them, as well as the sparkle of the foil, is coming out pretty well. Okay, we might just do another flower in the orange. There we go. And okay, we might put this one in as well, just in case. There we go. See how quick it is? Couple of leaves. You don't have to do every single bit of it. Like I say, a little bit of white left behind is nice. All right, so a bit more foam tape on that. Hopefully I've left myself enough. big. And we'll just cut this one in half, and that should do the other two pieces. Right, well, I think we should be good now. I'll put that somewhere different. Just try and mix it up a little bit. This one I might cut in half again. They really are just filling in the gaps. I'll leave that one. Oh, how gorgeous is this one? Right, nearly there, I think. Do we need another bee? No, maybe don't need another bee. We might cut this one. Which way? We might just have in there, that one in there. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. What I'm going to do then is just go along the back side and trim off these extra little pieces that are popping out. And I keep these because if you're not happy with it at the end, you've got some more bits and bobs that you can fill in with. Okay, now that you've got all that done and you're happy with how that looks, I'm going to cut the frame out. And for this, I've just got an oblong frame die. This is a Lady E one. It's got a nice little stitched edge on it. That's just what I had handy. And just pop that in the middle. I'll just like that. Now, because you're cutting through foam tape, it does take a little bit extra to get it to crush through. So I've got a couple of mats just of some extra cardstock. Just make sure that that's in the right spot. I did move the last one. You could always put it down with a bit of tape if you want to hold it in place properly, but I think we should be good. Right, I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine. Hang on. I did move it again. Okay, third time lucky, eh? Right, won't be a minute and we'll just pop this one through. Now you're probably thinking too, that's a bit of a waste. What's going to happen to the middle part of it? Well, we actually do use that as well, so I'll show you what we do with that at the end. Now, because it's cutting through foam tape, like I said, it doesn't always cut through. So it will start, but wherever the foam is, it tends to just stick a little bit. And I lost a bit of flour there. So just turn it over onto the back side. And you can actually just help it along. It's already started, so it's not a big thing just to finish it off. It's just purely where the foam is. And as you can see, that comes out quite easily. I've lost a bit on there, so I will just trim that off. And you get left with an absolutely gorgeous frame. Just got that one not quite right. Now it's better. So you also get left with this. Now that's probably a little bit sparse, so I would go in and fill in, I think, with some of these other pieces. You can just cut these out like that. Pop another one on there. Anyway, just fill in, and I'll show you what we did with that after that. Now, going back to the card, I've already put my card base, put the embossed piece on. Now you can see a little bit more on that, how gorgeous this embossing folder is. And I have put birthday wishes out of the sentiments pack. I've already pre-foiled that. And then you purely just turn over your frame, put some foam tape on the back. And it'd be good to do a few of these together, do a bit of a stash of them. And then you can use up all your leftover little bits and pieces from one onto another. They might just fit in the little corners or where you need them. But they really are quite economical. You don't use heaps. I'm going to put my tweezers. Okay, so I'll just peel off the backing of this. And we're going to have a really pretty card. Now the little enamel dots here too, they're all out of the Glossies packs, which are these beautiful things, all different colors they come in, and you get all different sizes in a pack, and they're just fantastic. One to go. And tweezers. Now all these products are available on the website, www.jcraft.com.au, along with lots of other Julie Hickey products, which I just love. And we'll just pop that onto the middle. Now, how beautiful is that? I just love it. Okay, so that's that one finished. Now, we do have this little piece left. I'll show you some that I have done with the others. So going back to this one, that was the negative of this one. So I've just put some twine around it, made it into a little card, corner around it. I'll put a sentiment on that when I decide what I want to do with it. I did also try using just the words from the sentiments one. I thought, oh, how would a frame be with just the words? And I used the Spellbinders floating balloons embossing folder, which is this one, and that's how that turned out. But because that is a portrait, I couldn't very well put it landscape, otherwise the balloons would have been going the wrong way. So I thought, oh well, we'll try a portrait card. So I just put all the words in as I did with the flowers and the bees, but this one I didn't raise on foam tape. I just glued it on flat onto the frame. It's not quite as effective, but there it is. And with the negative from that one, I made it into a little tag. So you could hang that on a nice white gift bag and you've got a matching set for your gift and your card. So that's about it for this time. But how gorgeous is that? I just think it's fantastic. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. If there's anything you'd like to know more about, shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Otherwise, that's it for now, and I will see you in the next video where we will be using some pixie powders. Bye.